Hi PopPop, this is your fourth instalment of Pilates. For this you're going to need some TheraBand, which I've given you. You've got black or blue, choose which one you would normally use. Tess, if you're doing this, use a lighter one like a red or a yellow or something, and just see how you get on. Okay, so we're going to start standing. You can't see my head, that's exciting. So, in your normal Pilates rest position, so starting with your feet together, turn your toes out, then turn your heels out. Head, neck and shoulders nice and relaxed. Shoulder blades are melted down your back. Ribs are nice and flat, so they're pulled in, so we're not flaring our ribs. Tummy button is gently pulled back towards your spine. And if you imagine your pelvis is a bucket of water that's full, you're not tipping any out of the front or the back, so your pelvis is nice and level. Keep your knees nice and soft, so they're not locked back, they're just a little bit soft. Now from here, I want you to bend your elbows and have your palms facing up, elbows tucked into your waist, and you're just going to turn your hands out and back in, and out and back in. If you want to bring your breathing into this as well, you exhale and inhale them back in. Exhale your hands away, inhale your hands back in. Exhale away, inhale back in. Exhale away, inhale back in. One more, exhale away, inhale back in. Okay, hands down by your sides. Keep your feet in this position, everything from your hips upwards, still in this position, nice Pilates rest position. We're going to do some mini squats. So all you're doing is bending your knees just a little bit and then coming back up again. What I want you to think about when you bend your knees is where your knees are going. You want them tracking over your toes. You don't want them coming in or going out. They should be tracking over your toes. And if I show you from the side, we're pushing our bottom back a little bit. So we're not bending forward, we've got hip and knee bend. But my pelvis is still level, my bucket of water is still nice and level. Try and engage your bottom muscles as you're doing this. It'll take some pressure off your knees. Okay? Do two more for me. 1 and 2. Okay, now I want you to grab your band. We're going to go back to our first exercise, so our dumb waiter exercise. Palms facing up to the ceiling. You're holding your TheraBand like this. Again, nice Pilates rest position. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to take our hands away. Inhale them back in again. Exhale, hands away. Inhale them back in again. As you're doing this, I want you really thinking about keeping your elbows tucked into your waist. And as you take your hands away, we're not arching our back or flaring our ribs. The only thing that's moving is our arms. So we're still exhaling away, inhale back in. Exhale away, inhale back in. Exhale away, inhale back in. 2 more for me. Exhale away, inhale back in. Last one. Exhale away, inhale back in. Okay, drop your band. Keep your hands in this position, so palms facing up towards the ceiling, and we're going to go back to our squats. We're going to bring some coordination in. So as you bend, I want you to take your hands out, stand up, come back up again. Bend, take your hands out, stand up, come back up again. Bend, hands out, and back up again. So remember, we're only doing a little, tiny little knee bend. They're mini squats. We're not doing big squats, just little ones. Really thinking about keeping those bottom muscles working. Take some pressure off your knees. Good. Do 2 more. 1 and 2. Okay, lovely. Right, we're going to go into our roll down again now. So standing at one end of your mat, feet in that hip width apart position, hands relaxed down the front. And we're going to do 3 roll downs. So we're going to take your chin to your chest, and then very slowly unravel that spine, bone by bone by bone. Really curling down, really stay curling. We're not pushing our hips back. All the movement is coming from our spine. We're rolling all the way down as far as we can. When we get to as far down as you can, I want you to take a breath in, and then I want you to breathe out. I want you to squeeze your bottom, to tuck your tailbone underneath, and then really slowly stack one bone on top of the other. Stacking. And come all the way up. We're going to do that 2 more times. So, chin to chest. And roll down. Now remember, you've got a very expensive vase just behind your bottom, or you're standing next to a table with a glass of wine on it and you don't want to knock that glass of wine off the table. So we're not pushing our hips back. We're keeping our legs fired up to stop ourselves going back. Good. One more for me, and I want you to stay down on this one. So we're coming all the way down. Nice and slow. Bone by bone. And take it as far as you can. If you like this kind of a position, keep your knees soft and just let your arms and your head hang, so you're getting a bit of a stretch on your low back. If it doesn't feel right, don't worry about it. Come down onto your hands and knees. So in this position, from your hands and knees, we're going to come into a plank on our forearms. So we're holding this position here. Now, you can either keep your knees down, or you can interlace your fingers so you're making like a triangle here, and lift your knees. Really fire up those thighs and that bottom to hold you in this position. What you're thinking about what your back's doing, so you want to be in a nice straight line. Good. Now, you can stay here, or you can join me, and we're just going to tap our toe out to the side and back. We're going to do 3 on one side, and back, last one, and then 3 on the other. Out to the side, and back, and out to the side, and back, out to the side, and back. Good. Drop your knees, and just rest on your tummy in a bit of a cobra pose if you can. Just to give yourself a bit of a stretch. And then we're going to go again. Tuck your toes underneath, come back up into your forearm plank. And again, we're going to tap our toes out to the side. 1, and back in. 2, and back in. Last one. 3, and back in. Other side. 1, and back in. 2, and back in. 3, and back in. Knees down, tummy down, and tuck those toes. We're going to do that one more time. Okay, tuck those toes underneath, go onto your knees, and come back up into a forearm plank. And again, 1, 2, 3. Good. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Come back in and come down. Okay, we're going to move into our side, onto our side now. So we're going to do a side plank, but I want you to keep your knees bent and your knees should stay on the floor. So everything from your knee down to your feet is staying on the floor. We're just going to come up into this position. Okay, so from here, I want your top arm just resting over your hips. Still want you thinking about stacking your hips so you're not rotating too much forwards or backwards. That top arm's up here. You're going to lift up, and if you can with your top arm, you can either sweep it forwards just as high as you can and back, or you can go over the top and back. It's entirely your preference depending on what your shoulders do. So the movement is inhale, exhale to lift, inhale and arm up, exhale and arm down, and come down. Okay? So we inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, down. Good. Inhale here, exhale to lift, Inhale, arm overhead. Exhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and down. Now this time we're going to hold that position up here. So you're holding here. And we're just going to take our arm above our head and hold it. If that's uncomfortable on your shoulder, you can hold up here. Just trying to challenge you a little bit more. Good. Stay there. And then come down. Good. Okay. Still on this side, give that arm a little bit of a shake. In fact, I need to like Ferris and say, bear with. Don't often get a cameo from the dog. Okay, so we're still on our side plank position. From here, we're going to lift up again. Now, you can hold this position, or to challenge you a little bit more, to challenge your glutes, probably your bottom ones, this top leg, keeping that knee bent, we're just going to lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower. Do 2 more. Up and down. Last one. Up and down. Come all the way down. Give that bottom arm a shake. Got 1 more to do on this side. I'm going to swap sides. Okay, so again, lift up. Again, this top leg's going to come up. Instead of lifting and lowering though, we're going to polish that undersurface of the table again. So we're moving that knee forwards and back. Still remembering that this is all staying nice and neutral. We're not arching our back. We're polishing the underside of the table. The only movement's coming from our hip here. Good. 1 more forward for me. Forward, down, and down. Good. Okay, we're going to come onto our other side. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. So if we can remember what we did, we're going to come up into this position, and that arm's coming overhead and down and down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Keep going. Hopefully what you're feeling is when you're up, you can feel the underside of your waist working quite hard. Good. 1 more. Lift up, over, and down. Okay. You can do that 1 more time. We're going to hold it up. Okay. So we're going to come up and we're going to hold that arm. And we're just going to move. You can hold your arm up here. You can hold your arm here by your ear. I just want you to hold that position. And hold. And hold. And hold. And hold. And come down. Good. Give that arm a shake. Give that arm a shake. Okay. We're going to do 2 more things on this side. So again, we're going to lift up. And then this top leg, we're going to lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. You're not trying to lift this as high as you can. You want to kind of get to be a straight line. 2 more. 1, 2, and down. Give that arm a shake. I've got 1 more to do in this position. Okay. So, up we come. Lift up, and this time we're polishing that table. So we lift that top leg, and then we bring that knee forwards, and back, and forwards, and back, and forwards, and back, and forwards, and back. Keep pushing through your shoulder. 2 more. 1. Good. And again. 2. Good. And come down. And give everything a shake. Okay. Now we need your band back again. Get the band back together. Okay, so we're going to come down again onto lying on our backs. Start with your feet together, turn your toes out, turn your heels out so your feet are in a good position. Just think about what your top half is doing. So shoulders again, head and neck nice and relaxed. We're not flaring our ribs. Tummy buttons gently pulled back towards our spine. We've got a nice neutral spine position. I want you to have your band ready and you're going to loop it round one foot. So I've started with my right here. What you can do is tie a little knot, make a hole for your foot in the end of your band, just so that you can just hold it with one hand, entirely up to you. I'm going to hold it with both. And from here, we're going to take that leg up. Keep holding onto that band, and that leg that's up, so my right leg, I'm going to push it away and then bring it back. And I'm going to push that leg away, as if I'm turning off that light switch, but we're doing it with a bit of resistance in the band. Again, still thinking about what your ribs and your pelvis are doing. They're staying nice and neutral. And then from there, we're going to turn off that light switch. Plug socket, sorry. So we're just taking that leg lower, trying to get a little bit more glute activation. You don't have to lock your knee out. So if your knee is sore when you fully extend, keep that knee soft. So you're not fully extending it, but just really focusing on trying to squeeze that bottom muscle as you come down. Squeeze and back up, and squeeze and back up, and squeeze and back up. Okay, stay in this position. This time, I want you to bring your other leg into a tabletop. It's still the leg with the band that's doing all the work. We're just making it a little bit harder. So from here, push that leg away and come back. Push that leg away and come back. Push that leg away. Do it nice and slowly for me. You might have to think a little bit more as you push your leg away about really trying to keep your back nice and flat. Because there's more resistance, there's going to be more temptation to arch that low back. 2 more here for me. 1 and 2. Good, and come down. We're going to swap feet. So, we're still in this position here. We're just doing it with the other leg. So, 1 foot on the floor, 1 foot with the band around it, and we're going to turn that light switch off. Turn that light switch off. So you'll probably find that when you're turning the light switch off, your quads, your thigh muscles are working a little bit more. And then when we come to turn that plug socket off in a minute, you're getting a bit more glute activation. 2 more here for me. 1 and 2. And then we start going for that plug socket, so we're going lower. Take that foot lower. And again, same applies. You don't have to fully lock that knee out. I want you to just push through that band so you're getting more glute work. Good. Keep going. Push and back up. And push and back up. And push and back up. Okay, stop there and bring your other leg up into a tabletop. And again, the leg with the band around it is going to do all the work, but we're just making it a bit harder. So again, we're pushing away and coming back. We're pushing away and coming back, really thinking about not arching that low back. We're really working our tummy muscles and our core to keep that nice centered position. Good. Keep going. Push that leg away. And again, push that leg away. And then do 1 more. Push that leg away. And come back. And then bring everything down. Okay. We're going to go into our scissors now. So we're going to start 1 leg up here. No, in fact, we'll start with them both here. Let's start with them both here. So both legs are in a tabletop position. And all you're going to do is tap one toe onto the floor and then the other toe onto the floor and come up. One toe down and back 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 up. Keep going. Making sure that everything above your hips is staying in that good position. So we've still got a nice neutral spine, no rib flaring, tummy buttons pulled back towards the spine, head, neck and shoulders are nice and relaxed. If this is quite hard, you can bend your knee more so you're tapping the toe closer to your bottom. If it's easy, tap that toe further away. Still keeping that knee bent, focusing on the quality of the movement. Good. And then I'm going to bring just one leg down. And from here, we're going to switch in midair. So we're going to take a breath in and then swap your legs. Take a breath in, exhale, swap your legs. Breath in, exhale, swap your legs. Breath in, exhale, swap your legs. And just keep going like that. So it's almost like we're doing slow motion running. We've got one leg in the tabletop and they switch in midair. We've still got that good centered position. Good. Keep going. Lovely. Gonna do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And bring everything down. Okay. Put your hands out in front of you. You're going to float your hands off the floor. And we're going to come into our abdo prep. So I want you to imagine that there's a peach underneath your chin. I want you to keep that peach there, don't squash it. And then I want you to imagine that someone's trying to pull your hands away from you. So my shoulder blades have just come off the mat, just my shoulder blades. So the distance between the bottom of my ribs and my hips is getting shorter. It's like we're squeezing a spring there. And then we're going to come back down. And we're going to come up again. And back down. And we're going to come up again. And back down. And up again. And back down. Good. And again. And back down. So every time, in fact, someone's trying to pull your arms out of your sockets. Do 2 more. 1. Last one. 2. Okay. Now we bring one leg up into a tabletop. And then we're going to come up into this abdo prep position. In this leg, we're going to do our one leg stretch. But we're keeping our shoulder blades off the mat. We've still got that peach underneath our chin, but we're also moving our leg here. Good. Keep going. And then try and turn off that plug socket. Four more. And 1, 2, 3. Really squeezing. 4. Leg down, head down. Lovely. Take a nice big deep breath. We're going to do that on the other side. So bring your other leg up to a tabletop. And again, come into your abdo prep. Really squeezing your ribs into your hips, as if you're trying to put your ribs in your pockets. And then take that leg away. And back. Take that leg away. And back. Take that leg away. And back. Turning off that light switch. Really squeezing here. Good. And then do that plug socket for me. Good. Keep going. 4 more. Squeeze. Really squeeze in your tummy. 2 more. 1, 2. Good. Head down, leg down. Lovely. Got one more exercise to try. So again, we're going to bring one leg up into a tabletop. And again, we're going to come up into our abdo preps. My shoulder blades are off. And from here, we're going to swap our legs. So we're swapping again. It's like we're doing that slow motion running. But we're squeezing our core. Really trying to get our ribs into our pockets. And doing some slow motion running at the same time. Making sure we still got that peach underneath our chin. Good. If you're finding it's too much on your neck, you can always put your hands behind your head. But if you put your hands behind your head, don't pull on your neck. That's for you, Tess. Good. A little bit longer. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And relax. Everything down. Okay. Now we're going to do a couple of stretches. So arms out into a T shape. Zip your legs together. And all you're going to do is take your knees down to one side. Keep your knees stacked on top of each other. So one of my feet has come off the floor. And then I'm going to look over the other shoulder, the opposite shoulder, to the side that my knees have gone. Feeling that stretch in my back. Good. And then come back to centre. And we're going to go the other way. So making sure that our knees are staying level and our hips are staying stacked. Our feet are coming off the floor. And looking over the opposite shoulder. Good. You can do that one more to each side. So come back to the middle and over to the other side. And hold there. Good. And then come back to the middle and down to the other side. And look over that shoulder. Good. And then come back to the middle. Lovely. And then I just want you to roll over onto your tummy. And we're just going to do our cobra pose again. So we're just lying on our tummy, propping up on our elbows, just trying to get a little bit of a stretch here. If this is too much on your low back, you can skip it out. If you want to take this further and get more of a stretch, you can plant your hands and come up a little bit more. If you do that, make sure you keep the front of your hips on the floor and your shoulders are staying away from your ears. I prefer to be on my forearms. Okay, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Any feedback as necessary would be great. Thank you. Bye.